AmFam, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an eye tutorial using the Juvias Place Culture Palette. I know this has been out for quite some time now, however, I just think this is so fun. Let's go ahead and get into the look. Okay, our theme for today is purple. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eye with the P. Louise Shadow Base in the shade 6. This is close to my skin tone. Love this stuff. Love, love, love. I was very shocked because when I first used it, which I've been using this for about almost 2 months now, the reason why it never appealed to me, because it's been around for a hot minute now, I just assumed it was going to be really, really thick on the eye, but it's not. I love that it's close to my skin tone, so therefore it'll get rid of, like any discoloration. If I wanted to use this to like chisel up under my brows, I could do so. It's just a really solid product, and they have different colors. I do carry the white one in my kit in case I want something to like really, really pop, but I read online with their eye bases, you're not to set them. So you just go ahead and apply them on your eye, and then you go right on in with your eyeshadow. So that is what we're about to do here. The first shade I'm going to be going in with is this shade right here. And light-handedly, because basically what I'm doing, I'm just sketching out where I want this to go. So I'm going to start here. Then I'm going to press. I have really been into just pressing shadows in, especially in very strategic areas where I want a little bit more pigment. That has been a technique that I've been using a lot on clients. And purples can be kind of finicky to work with. That's just the nature of the formula with purples. This isn't terrible though. Juvia's Place just does a great job with their eyeshadows in general. Now I'm going to be taking this shade right here, Talking Drums, and I'm going to put that just right up under my brow bone and to blend in with that purple. And this is the perfect brow bone transition color for my skin tone. And then to warm up the crease a little bit, I'm gonna take this shade right here, and just a little bit. Just to warm it up some. Now I'm going to take a smaller tapered detailer brush. This is a Wayne Goss number 19 brush here, and going in with this deep purple right here. And then same thing, I'm just going to keep it low and just start off by really pushing it in. Then I'm going to start taking it into my crease. And I didn't get any fallout with these either, so that is always a plus. And now I'm just going to continue to build. I am purposely going in light-handed because I am someone that likes to build up my shadows. Like, I don't like to have a lot immediately. I like to take my time and build it. So keep in mind that where you put your brush at, that first placement, that's where you're going to get the most pigmentation. So because I want the most here, I'm just pressing it here, and then whatever is left, I'm just bringing that into my crease. But I don't want this darker color too high up because we already laid down the first lighter purple color and then that pinkish tone to warm up the transition. So it just gives it a soft gradient. Then I'm going to take that same dark purple. I'm going to go ahead and press that on my inner corner. Still using that same smaller detailer brush. Eyeshadow is such a process. Makeup is just such a process in general because it don't look like much starting off, but then as you keep going and you keep going, everything just comes together. Okay, so I'm gonna take this shade right here. Oops, you can't even see where I'm talking about. This shade right here. And I'm not wetting my brush or anything. And I'm just going to start by pressing this on the inner. Only pressing, no swiping. Especially working with anything, because this is a shimmer, but it does have a little bit of glitter in it. Anything that has glitter in it, once you start swiping, that it's going to go everywhere. So these are pressed very tightly, which is nice, so that way you don't have to worry about fallout, but just keep that in mind. You never want to swipe around any sort of shadow that has glitter in it, because it is going to go everywhere on you. So pressing is going to be your best friend. All right, now we're going to go with this shade on the center. And same thing, still pressing motion. I like to start off going a little bit over the first shadow. Reason being is because that's going to help me blend it out, blend them together. And then flipping over to the back of my brush, there's nothing on it. Then I'm just going to blend these two together like so. And boom, the line's gone. Now it just blends right on into each other. Then wiping that same brush off, because we got one more shade. I'm using all the purples in this row. Now we're going to go in with this one. And this one is deeper, which is why I want it on the outer. Same thing, just gonna press it, take it over that middle shade just a little bit. Then flipping my brush over and just blending it together. Beautiful. Then going back in with that small detail brush and that deep matte purple. I'm just gonna go in here. Then going back to that pink shade earlier, tapping that into the crease just to make sure it doesn't get too muddy. Keep some warmth in there. All right, now I'm just gonna take some felt tip liner and just line the top, not doing a wing liner. If I do wing out my liner, I'll do it with an eyeshadow. I just prefer that look better on me personally. However, I don't want to wing. We got enough going on with the color and the lash, so just nice solid line on the lash line. And I'm just not a fan of thick liner in general because I feel like you take your time to do all this beautiful eyeshadow and then you put thick liner on it. It just kind of, it blacks out your eye and it covers up all your work, you know? I like it just more so for dimension. And of course, if you're wearing a lash, hide the lash band. Is this almost out? Then taking the L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner in black. This liner is so slick. It's super pigmented, but because it is so slick, it can tend to run on you a little bit. So just make sure you always set it if you use it. Solid liner, you just gotta set it in place. I mean, not bad for $8, you know? This is the liner I will use if I want to do a wing liner. I will just draw the line of my eye first and take a smudger brush because it's so easy to just kind of smudge out. Then going in with that lighter matte purple. Then taking the darker purple. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and get the lash ready. These are the First Call Out Lash by Fenty Beauty, which is my brand. It is competitor Stage Glam, and I also have lashes. Lashes are for everybody. I personally love my lashes and find them the best because they pack a punch, you know what I mean? I have different ones, keep it simple. I feel like that's the cult favorite. Y'all love that one, I love that one. That's our more wispy but light everyday lash. And then we have Show Day Lash and First Call Out, which is the most dramatic lash. All of them have very, very light lash bands and easy to apply. I use mine about 5 times. So you can use them for a good bit. Throw on some mascara real quick. For mascara today, I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. And you guys, a little tip. If you know you're going to be wearing falsies, don't be using your expensive mascara. Leave your Bad Gal Bang, your NARS Climax, your Too Faced, whatever the case may be. Don't use that if you're just going to throw a lash over it, okay? Save it for a day when you're not wearing lashes. Alright, glue is dry, and I'm using my favorite lash glue, which is called by Eyelure. This is the black one. I prefer the clear one, but they were out. Well, I ran out. I need to go pick up another one. And of course, make sure the drier your glue, the better. I feel that's where a lot of people go wrong, is when they put the lash on and the glue is still wet. You want it to be tacky, because if it's too wet, it's just gonna slide and move all over the place. It's just gonna be a little bit harder to manipulate. All right, so this should be good and tacky, and then I just kind of like to give it a little bend, so that way it fits my eye. I'm going to tilt my head back because I want my lash to go behind my lashes. I do have curlier lashes, so this is something that you really want to be careful about if you do have curlier lashes. That's why I never curl mine, because they are already naturally curled. Just gonna place that there. And I just like to wiggle it down as far as I can, and then set it in place. And boom, lash is on. Okay, so for lips, since we got a lot going on, we gotta keep the lips nude. Got to. So let me see. I want catwalking, yes, because that's my favorite. Ugh, it melted, I'm assuming during travel, so now the whole thing keeps flying out. I could probably melt it back down. I'll probably do that later so it doesn't fall out every time I open it. And I totally should have lined my lips first. Oh, got ahead of myself. Let's see, let's do Pillow Talk Intense lip liner. This has been my go-to lip. For the sake of the video, I probably should have used my Juvias Place Toffee, but that's okay. We'll top it off with some Juvias Place gloss. And voila, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? That is going to wrap up today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Down below in the comments, let me know if you still like seeing eyeshadow tutorials or just makeup tutorials in general, because I personally love filming them. I do have plans of doing more eye looks using every single row here, so be on the lookout for that. You know the deal. Keep it simple, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.